Hey there, guys. It's Liam Landry.
Hello, everybody. You know me. Okay, no, you don't, but you know who I am. I'm Issa J, your Smarks Wrestling Alliance heavyweight champion.
I guess he's got to do it here, too. Anyways, we're doing a review of the NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. And I'll tell you if it was worth it or not.
It was bloody awesome. But we'll get to that.
And I think he criticized us for giving away the "is it worth it" too soon on that first video. Besides, anyways, we're going to start off with the first match. Was the Tag Team Championship match with the defending champions representing the Undisputed Era, Fish and
I'm gonna stop. No, don't stop. We'll cut it.
Okay, we're gonna start with the tag team championship match with the Undisputed Era versus the Authors of Pain.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of that match?
I've only seen the Authors of Pain in 2 matches before, and what I saw from them was promising. But what I saw from them here today, they just improved beyond belief, and the storytelling for the tag team with the Undisputed Era was just bloody fantastic. I had a great time. Yeah, I liked that. I thought it was worth it. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen them in a long time, they're one of the most improved talents in NXT. Of course, saying Authors of Pain. And it was definitely great because they kept Authors of Pain looking very strong, and they had Undisputed Era having to use their intelligence really to overcome them, and it ended up with a surprise roll-up victory, which ended up keeping Authors of Pain strong, but still, of course, giving Undisputed Era the win. Mm-hmm. And they, of course, still even sold it. So both teams end up looking great coming out of this.
The one guy kept selling his leg throughout the whole match, and then when Undisputed Era had him in like the leg lock, it was so close. He was about to tap, if not for his partner throwing the other guy over on. It was a really entertaining match. I say definitely go check that one out.
Yeah, definitely worth it. Then we went into the next match, which was Velveteen Dream versus Cassius Ohno. What do you think of that one?
This is my first experience with either men, and I was hoping. Shut up. This is my first viewing experience of the wrestlers. But anyways, yeah, I was kind of hoping they would have given a little bit more offense to Cassius Ohno, because from what I saw, most of the offense was Velveteen Dream. But Velveteen Dream impressed me completely, especially with the flying elbow off of not the top turnbuckle, but the post.
Ring post, yeah.
That was bloody fantastic. That I really enjoyed what they had to offer.
Yeah, that was the Purple Rainmaker, his finishing move. That's how he ended up beating Cassius Ohno for that. And yeah, Cassius Ohno could have gotten some more offense, and I mean that's why he really strives, is just his really just knocking guys out style. But it was, of course, a great match. I don't think there's been any matches with them, at least not in recent times, the last few months, that they've ever not been in great matches. And then after that, we have the Women's Championship match. Ember Moon defending against Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
Wait, y'all didn't say it wasn't worth it.
We did.
Yeah, we were saying it was worth it.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so the next match was the women's defense for the women's title, with Ember Moon defending her title against Shayna Baszler. And just to start this off, I want to say something, because you wouldn't have been able to see it. This is one of the real matches in here that had some of the most build-up, because, all the other matches had stuff to them, but this had really the most work behind it because of how they've been booking Shayna Baszler, and how she's been coming out attacking people on a great promo, great interview, but how Ember Moon cut a promo in that interview with Shayna, and it's was really great. So since you haven't watched NXT, you wouldn't be able to say that. That's why I wouldn't say it's really been so much built behind it. What do you think of it?
I didn't really care for the lack of offense for Ember Moon because both women seemed about equal in size, and the only difference is Blazer used to be MMA, and yeah, I get MMA is a talent, and it's definitely something to check out if you like to see proper fights, but this is wrestling. Just because they're MMA doesn't mean they're better than the wrestlers instantly. That's just a stupid gimmick that I never agreed with, but I was happy for the way it ended. I say check it out just to see the few spots that Ember Moon was able to pull off, and the fact that she got the roll-up victory.
Yeah, it was definitely a very one-sided affair, and I'm definitely with you. You go and really almost bury the idea of wrestling when you come in and bring someone from MMA and put them in such a high regard and spot. You kind of say with Brock Lesnar, but it was more than just MMA with him, so it's very different. Though I feel with Royal Rumble coming out it may be a moot point. Who knows? Though it was still good to see it. It would have been nicer to see Ember Moon get some more offense in, but I think that's what's going to happen in the next one. That it's basically going to be like she was taken aback by this big surprise, but then the next one they're going to have a lot more offense put in there. Anyways, I definitely would say it's worth it for the continuing feud. Maybe not by itself, but it's going to be much longer run going further. So I would see it just so you can be in the know for that.
Yeah.
Yes, then we had the Extreme Rules match between Aleister Black and Adam Cole, baby.
The reflexes of Aleister Black and just the overall wrestling ability of this man is ridiculous in all the best ways. I've never watched a match from him in recent times, and I've been hearing a lot of positive feedback about this man, and I get it. After this match, I get it, and I'm just taken aback about, wow, cannot believe that I got assigned to 205 Live instead of NXT. Drat. But regardless of that, Adam Cole, baby, he is over. He is so bloody over. And this feud is going to do so much for these two men. I bloody loved the match 100%. And getting to see Sanity and save the day after interference was cool. But this was a fantastic match. Yeah, it was worth it, without a doubt.
Yeah, to go more into the background during the match, of course, the rest of the Undisputed Era came out to interfere, and that's when Sandy came in and fought them off. Paying them back for both War Games, losing the title to them, and also the getting beat up backstage. So it's good to also see them get their heat back for that. But it, of course, was a great match, and it's like you were hearing great things about this man, but it probably wasn't for me because I would say he's inhuman. I wouldn't even hold him to the restrictions of man. He's that great, especially when he gets into especially when he gets into his flow and gets into his kicks. And they made great use of hardcore. It was some of the most brutal hardcore.
They took headshots.
Some stuff that you're just surprised that they allowed them to do. If they did, in
done
fact,
stuff like this in the main show in like years.
Yeah, and if in fact they allowed them, and they're not going to get in trouble for that. And it ended up with Aleister Black winning, getting the black mass on there. And but yeah, it was definitely worth it. Now, even though we were so hyped up from that match,
But
it was
before we
before
get
that?
to the final match, I want to say his finisher, Aleister Black's finisher, what is it called?
Black Mass.
Black Mass.
Yeah.
That is one of the most beautiful looking kicks I've ever seen. Dang it, that was seamless.
Yeah, but it makes it really look like he's taking out that person's lower jaw.
Oh, it makes Sweet Chin Music look amateur. That's saying something.
Yes, and to note, it's nothing satanic about it. It's just it's a reference to black holes. I've seen him call someone out on Twitter because of that, so I just want to make sure. Okay, anyways, even though we were so excited from that match, and you think how can he top it? We then get into the final, the NXT Championship match with Adrian Almas coming with a mariachi band in tow to defend his championship against Johnny Gargano. So what are your thoughts on that?
This match was a thing of beauty. These guys know how to wrestle. It's just when people were saying that St. Almas was just a one-time thing, they're gonna quickly get rid of the title off of him. He proved today that this man is championship worthy, and I think it was just a freak accident, and they were going to give him that title run regardless, because this man can wrestle. Johnny Wrestling has wrestling in his gimmick. He obviously can wrestle. Oh my gosh, you check this one out.
Yeah, this was such a great match, and one of the great things, and that you wouldn't have been able to known about because you haven't been watching NXT, is the build up to this. Not really much with Adrian Almas, but with Johnny Gargano. It's just it went in from that whole tournament match. He came out there versus Cassius Ohno, and I'm like, well, he's not winning this. Cassius Ohno's going down. That one is going. It's like, I guess he's going to be eating the pin at the Fatal 4-Way, that he wins that. And I was just this whole time thinking that he's just going to be an easy victory for Adrian Almas. They really went and built him up from that all the way to the point where it legitimately feels that he can win. I've been even seeing people on Twitter, right afterwards thinking that, oh, that's the wrong decision. It should have been Johnny Gargano. So that's why he really went with a guy who you would have never thought had been in that position because of how he's been booked after the tag team broke up, to being, why isn't he NXT champion? Of course, Adrian Almas should keep it, make it a very long run. He proved it there. They had amazing chemistry together.
That flow was so good. There were times where someone would go down, a pin, a kick out. He would get back up and try to bring him in something else. The submissions were they just seemed, the beginning of the match was so amazing. I haven't seen a flow like that since Lucha Underground. It was a show to behold.
It's not only just a worth it to go watch, it's a worth it to go back to that match anytime, like you're watching a week's worth of WWE and like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this. Go back to watch that match just to renew your faith in wrestling and WWE.
Oh, without doubt.
You can go back to that every single week and still appreciate it and pull stuff from it. And that's a great credit to both these guys. And of course, after the match, we saw the attack from Ciampa.
Ciampa just comes in and bashes Johnny straight across the back with his crutches.
One really brutal shot.
Ooh. This, you guys, I absolutely love this takeover, and I have no idea how the Royal Rumble is going to be able to top this. Good luck, because you got your work cut out for you. This was fantastic. Yeah, it was worth it.
And I'd also say definitely worth it. It should also be noted, for those who may not know the past, that Ciampa was in a tag team with Johnny Gargano in the past. They broke up. He turned heel immediately, attacking Johnny Gargano after a loss, and they probably were going to turn that into a feud then. But Ciampa actually got injured. He's come back from injury with a vengeance and is going to, take it to him. And they're going to have that feud now, which is going to be a great thing to look forward to. This whole thing.
NXT is going to have a lot of great stuff coming up until TakeOver New Orleans. That is a definite.
It's definitely something worth it. It would be worth it if it was a $60 pay-per-view you had to buy. You can definitely say it's worth it for the $9.99.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that it actually makes the Royal Rumble just a little something extra put on top. That's how good this was. Okay, so until next time, see ya.